Channel woke. So if you didn't know, Kanye West is running for president. When you fill out your ballot, apparently, you can actually write in his name in there somewhere. I don't know. I already voted, so I don't know. And I wasn't even aware that Kanye West was I knew he was running for president, but I didn't know how serious it was being taken. I didn't know he was on the ballot or not. I didn't know. So my ballot is long gone, but yeah, he was running for president. And the other day he was on Joe Rogan, and I watched the entire video because at my job I have the privilege of being able to have headphones on and listen to something all day while I'm working. So I decided, you know what? Let me listen to Kanye West and hear him out. And usually Joe Rogan is pretty good about asking interesting questions. So Joe Rogan essentially asked him, "Why are you running for president?" And look. Think what you will about Kanye West. The man is successful. I guess because of his music and maybe his creativity, although I'm not exactly sure, because if you watch the interview, he pulls out a shoe that he designed, and that shit just looks. You ever seen a movie where people are I don't know, it's an apocalypse, and there's these big huge dinosaur bones, and there's this rib cage, and the people walk through inside of the rib cage. That's what the damn shoe looked like. It was just white, and it looked just like a damn, if you could imagine the skeleton of a shoe, that's what it fucking looked like. All right. Anyways. So the dude is worth $1 billion for sure, right? Maybe more, maybe up to $5 billion. I don't know, but the dude is definitely out there. He's definitely out there, man. His mind, he has all these ideas, and they're going 1,000 miles per hour. And when he's trying to articulate them, they're going too fast for his mouth. So he sounds like he's all over the place. And I get it because I actually think that before I went to, I got my degree and all that, before that, I thought, oh man, I'm a smart motherfucker. Like I thought that I was thinking about shit nobody else was thinking of, right? That I was analyzing society and the world unlike nobody has ever analyzed it before. And that's what I think that Kanye West thinks, and he does, right? He does do that. But then when I went to college, it was like, oh, okay. So a lot of this stuff has already been analyzed and examined and researched, and so all the crazy observations of the world around me and theories that I had made in my own head, they became organized, right? I was able to align them with everything that I learned, and then I was able to sort of think to myself, oh, okay, that theory that I had there, I could throw that away because research shows the opposite, or I'm being like Kanye West right now. I'm going on a fucking rant, but anyways, so the dude is 1,000 miles per hour in his head, right? He has all these. He calls it a symphony. Alright, and it's obvious the dude is trying to sound cool and smart and intelligent when he's articulating his thoughts, and he even admits it in the interview. A few times he says something, and then he's like, he can't think of what to say next, and then he admits, I was just trying to sound good right there. I was trying to say something that people can use as a sound bite, right? He admits it. So make no mistake, the dude has a lot of ideas, but when he's articulating them, he is trying to put out this image of that he's really creative and all this shit. So all right, man. To me, the dude is definitely I don't want to say he's psycho, he's crazy, but he has a lot of ideas that he thinks he's the originator of, and he's not the fucking originator of it, right? As a matter of fact, there's tons of YouTube videos and channels that talk about a lot of the stuff that he's talking about, right? He thinks he's like the only person that ever came up with these things. Anyways, so Joe Rogan asks him, that was a damn long rant, my bad. So Joe Rogan asks him, why do you want to become president? And the dude essentially says, because God told me I should run as president. If somebody's running for president for the United States, the most powerful country in the world, you don't want somebody to say because God told me. Oh, and God told him while he was in the fucking shower, yo. While he was in the shower. Alright, so I don't want my president to be like that, right? To be like, yeah, I want to run president. I want to be the president because God told me, and while I was in the shower, it was an epiphany. I don't want that, man. And then Joe Rogan asks him about foreign policy. And the answer that Kanye West gives for about foreign policy, and Joe Rogan actually even presents him with like a sort of hypothetical, like say, hey, what if like an ally it gets attacked by like this other country, and then now what are you gonna do? And then you could tell that Kanye West never thought about that shit. He never thought about it, right? He's trying to present himself as this like guy who's thought about everything. You could tell this dude hasn't thought about this shit at all, because he's just sitting there thinking, and he's describing what he's thinking, but they're coming to him. He's describing them as they come to him, right? But at the end of the day, what he's essentially, his answer was I would try to get people to work together. Like nobody's fucking done that. Try that shit before. I would try to get people to work together and to think about the world as a whole, and money doesn't really matter. Yeah, motherfucker, if it don't matter, then give me one of your fucking billions, fool. Right? Come on, bro. Nah, come on. That money don't matter. I get what he's saying, right? Just you gotta watch the video, because he has all these weird, wacky ideas about how he would restructure society, and how like problems with society, and how like the standard is like whiteness, and I know some of you all be like, well, what standard? What are you talking about? White, right? You're talking about white supremacy. He's talking about white supremacy and all that. And I know a lot of you right wingers don't get the idea of white supremacy, right? Just really quick, just a tidbit, right? When people talk about white supremacy in society, they're not saying that like white people think like, yeah, we're superior. That's not what they're talking about, right? Research that a little bit more. I'm not gonna get into it. But so all this shit, man, people have been talking about this shit. They've been talking about it, man. You motherfucker, Kanye, you're not the originator of these ideas, bro. People have been wondering this shit for fucking decades, if not centuries and millennia. So yeah, man, this dude, no, don't vote for him. Do not vote for Kanye West. Is he a good musician? Sure, he's alright. In my opinion, he's alright. Is he a good? Should he be the president? Fuck no. Do not vote for this man. Watch the interview. It'll entertain you, to say the least. Alright. Joe Rogan was there, would ask him something, and I'm telling you, man, this dude would go on rants that would last like an hour, and then he would describe them as symphonies, right? He thinks that like the fact that he has all these ideas, and then one idea gives him another idea, he thinks that that's like unique to him. The dude is naive as fuck. He's naive as fuck, right? Anybody with a brain, anybody who is curious about the world around them, thinks that way. We all think that way. All of us who want the world to make a better place, who observe, social issues and see things wrong with certain parts of society. We all think that way, man. We all see shit. We get ideas, and then they give us other ideas. This dude, like, come on, Kanye. You're not God, bro. Cause another thing is Joe asked him, what would you do as president? Whatever God, I would let God guide me. I ain't trying to have a president who's trying to let God guide his presidency. Look, Kanye West is well intentioned, all right, and that was super evident in this interview. All right, he has good intentions. He wants to make the world a better place, but so do all of us. And as a matter of fact, so do all the other fucking people that run for president. Sure, there are people that want to just, they're in there for their own personal gain. But a lot of people, they're in there to try to make the world a better place. At least try to make this country a better place. We might not agree with the way they go about it. Like, for example, I definitely don't agree with like 99.9 of what Republicans want to do. But look, at the end of the day, I know that they think that the shit that they push for is for the greater good. So Kanye West, man, and it's funny because Joe Rogan is just sitting there listening to him. And Joe Rogan is another one of these dudes that, like, he doesn't think that he's the originator of ideas, but he thinks he's smarter than he really is. He thinks that Joe Rogan is like one of these people that like thinks that he's like sort of he understands certain issues and he understands why people are certain ways, and it's like, Joe, if you just open up a fucking anthropology book, a sociology book, you'll see that a lot of the shit that you think have been fucking disproven, right? Like for example, Joe Rogan thinks that and a lot of people think this too, all right? A lot of people think this too, that he thinks that humans are like naturally competitive, right? That they naturally want to like evolve society, that we naturally want like profit. That's actually been disproven. Because I don't know how many of you guys know this, but it's been proven, first of all, that every society in the fucking world started off as hunter-gatherers. Hunter-gatherers, they don't have hierarchies. They don't have that shit. They're not competitive. He thinks that he thinks, and I've heard him say this shit, that like in tribes, like if somebody was kind of lazy, that like they would like leave them behind to die. Okay? That's modern day thinking. Tribes don't do that shit. Tribes are communities and they help each other, right? If there's somebody who's weaker, they help them. They don't fucking leave them behind like, you're too weak, bro. Sorry. That's how Joe Rogan thinks, right? So when he talks to people like Kanye, who are fucking wackos, he forgets that there are all these other variables that helped Kanye become so successful. For example, Kanye West was at one point $50 million in debt. If I'm not mistaken, his wife essentially bailed him out. Would that have happened had he not married Kim Kardashian? I don't know, right? But that definitely fucking helped. So that's definitely one variable, right? As far as his success, a bunch of other variables. Who did he know? Did he know a fucking did he happen to know a rapper? Because I think that's how it went. I think he knew a rapper that knew like producers who hooked him up, and he became successful. If he never had that connection, who knows who Kanye West might be right now? Who he would be? All right. He was actually a decently well off, right? I think his father was like a psychiatrist or something, psychologist, something like that. His mother was, I don't know, but they had, they were educated. So he was well off. So it's not like he lacked opportunity. But so Joe Rogan, when he interviews people, he gets like confirmation bias big time, right? So he's sitting there interviewing Kanye West, and he sees that Kanye West is like wacky and all that shit, and he thinks oh, that's the answer to become a billionaire. I have to be like Kanye West, without acknowledging all the fucking variables that played a role in Kanye West being super successful, right? He thinks that every time he interviews people that are successful, he thinks that like he connects these dots, right, that are not really there. That like, you have to like have this ego to be successful. That's not true. That's not even true. Okay, there's a bunch of fucking successful people that don't have egos, or they have egos after they're successful, right? So a bunch of shit. So anyways, man, at the end of the day, I'm recommending you to watch that fucking interview because you'll definitely be entertained, man. You're gonna laugh because Kanye West is out there, bro. He's out there, man. And check out his shoe. See if you can fast forward it to check out his shoe. This big white fucking thing that I have no fucking idea how this dude is. I mean, you know what? Now that I think about it, it makes sense the way he thinks and the way that fucking shoe looked. That shit was fucking disgusting, bro. Anyways, man, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about Kanye West being the president. About his ideas, the fact that like, do you agree that a president should be somebody who God told him to be president? Who should they run? Would you ever vote for somebody like Kanye West? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.